If you are somebody that is constantly chasing after women, but it never really seems to work for you, then you've made your way to the right video. What's up? My name is David J. Kelly, and in today's video, we're gonna talk about why chasing women really just never seems to work and what you should be doing instead. So without further delay, let's get right into it. Most of us men feel the urge to chase things in life. It's a very natural thing. We're kind of born and hardwired for that, whether it's goals, women, approval of other people. You know, some of us are more people pleasers, whatever it is. Most of us men are stuck in a state of chasing, right? We're always chasing things, namely and most importantly, sometimes women. And you know, this is how I was for a very long time in my life, and especially when I was younger. I'm 30 years old now. When I was in my younger 20s, this was very, very big thing I did, and it just never seemed to work, right? It seemed like the more I would chase after a certain girl, the more that she pulled away from me. And even if I got her to come in, usually she would kind of pull away from me at that point. And that's because when you are chasing, whether it's chasing, you know, a woman or somebody's approval, whatever it is, what we're giving off as men is needy energy. So let me repeat that again. When you are chasing, you're giving off needy energy. And what happens when you're doing that is that these girls that are in your orbit, that are in your life, that you want, you are just giving off this signal of like, I don't have you, or I don't have something. And women are very, very keen to pick up on this. Like they have a very good radar for whether a man is content with himself or not. And one of the biggest ways to show a woman that you're not content with them, or with yourself, I'm sorry, is to chase after them. Now, you need to think about this from a female perspective. Like, think of one of the hottest girls you know, one of the hottest women you know, that's in your daily life, or maybe you're friends with her or whatever, maybe you want more from her, whatever it is. Just think of like the hottest girl that you know, that you're around, that you have interaction with. What is her life like? You know, does she have to create dating profiles? Does she have to go out and like seek men and stuff? No, they come to her, right? Because she's naturally attractive and men are drawn to her, and there's always opportunity and options there for her. So she doesn't have to go chase anything because things come to her, right? Now, believe it or not, there are actually men that are like this as well, okay? There's men that seemingly have women come into their lives and want them as well. Now, the way that women will present themselves as options and opportunities to you is a lot different than how a man or you would approach, you know, pursuing a woman. So let's just be very clear about that. You know, women usually are not going to be overtly like, oh my gosh, I want you, let's go out this day, let's do this. You know, they're going to be a little bit more sly about how they're showing you interest, okay? So that's the first thing to be aware of. But the whole reason I brought up the woman that is highly attractive, that has a lot of men and options coming to them, it's because they have built, or I should say, not built, but they are born with natural beauty. Now, of course, some of these women do put a lot of effort into making themselves look good, whether it's eating good, working out, you know, presenting themselves in an attractive way with, you know, getting their hair done, all these different things, right? Like, I'm not sitting here saying that it's easy to be an attractive woman, but there are women that are more naturally gifted and are more attractive, and therefore are attracting more men. I don't think there's any denying that. But when it comes to us men, our road to becoming that prize, so to speak, is a lot different than it is for a woman. So for a man, we have to build ourselves, okay? This is why you hear this quote a lot of times that a woman's life starts at 18 and a man's life starts at 30. Now, the reason that I believe that quote is very true is because as a man, you have to build yourself, right? So you have to go through a lot of hard times, a lot of upheaval, a lot of challenges in your life to build yourself into somebody that is, number one, strong in character, and number two, strong in body and mind, right? So think about it like this. You, as you exist right now, maybe you are in your 20s, maybe you're in your 30s, whatever it is. Chances are you've gone through some stuff and it's helped you to build yourself. That's 100% true. But take an honest look at yourself. Are you really the kind of man that a woman is going to want to be with? Now, that might trigger you. That might honestly make you feel not very good about yourself. But honestly, guys, the biggest thing that helped me with a lot of this was just accepting that I wasn't really in a good spot to attract what I wanted into my life. Straight up, okay? So what I ended up realizing was that I was constantly chasing a lot of these girls. And the reason why I wasn't getting things coming to me, I was giving off that needy energy and things just weren't coming to me. right? And so you have to think about it from this perspective. If you want to be the guy that women want to be with, then let's take a look at what does that look like? How does building yourself go for that? You want to be confident, right? Confidence is magnetic for women. You want to have a fulfilling job or career, and maybe a business for yourself, whatever it is. That part of your life needs to be fulfilling and be passionate. Number 3, you need to have a clear purpose and vision for your life. And that obviously influences how you are looking at, the career and business aspect of your life. Number 4, you need to have a great physique. Okay, plain and simple, like there's a reason why men that have more muscle, that are leaner, that look better, do better with women. It's because women are more attracted to guys like that. Now, it doesn't mean you need to be a bodybuilder. It doesn't mean that you need to be shredded. It just means you need to build your physique. And when you build your physique, you're gonna really help to level up your confidence. That's the first thing, right? So that solves itself. But this is really, guys, the 4 things you really need to improve to become magnetic for women. You need to have confidence. You need to have a great body and physique. You need to have a career and job that's fulfilling for you. And you need to have purpose and vision for your life. I would say purpose and vision needs to be the number 1 thing that you need to have, because everything else comes from there. That's a whole different video I could even talk about. Why I'm talking about you need to stop chasing women is because when you are chasing women, you're not doing a lot of those other things, right? You're not spending time on crafting yourself and making yourself the best version of yourself. I have something I like to use for making this metaphor, and it's that when my band, I used to be in a band called Unparalleled Height, I was a vocalist. When we were looking to grow our music and grow our fan base, we really wanted a record label. What we really wanted though was more fans and touring opportunities and stuff like that. We wanted more listeners. We wanted more eyes on our music. So what we did is we always were looking for like record labels and sending our stuff out to record labels and trying to attract, different managers and booking agents and all this different stuff. But at the end of the day, what I ended up finding was that band ended up dissolving, and we made another band called Tethra, which I'm currently in, and we didn't do any of that. Only thing we did for Tethra is we focused on making the best music we possibly could. What happened? Well, right away, our monthly listeners on Spotify far exceeded anything that Unparalleled Height ever did. So making better music is how I equate that, right? So instead of the music, it's you. You need to make yourself into the best version of yourself, because when you do that, when you make great music, when you make yourself into a great man, a man that is high value, you will find that women will be flocking to you a lot more. Again, they're not going to come and just knock your door down and tell you they want to be with you. That's not going to happen. But what they will do is present themselves in your life. And at that point, and that's a whole different conversation, it's looking for the signs that women give off that they are interested in you. But you have to build yourself, and you have to do this, because in today's world, so many men are just not willing to do this. They want an easy shortcut for everything. Building yourself is hard work, guys. It is something that requires a lot of effort. It's something that requires a lot of consistency. But the payoff and the reward, not just in your dating life, but in your own fulfillment, your own mental health, is so transformative. That's why I'm so big on it. That's why I make videos like this, because I want to help men like you do this, okay? So if you are a man that wants to level up your body, transform your life, then I highly recommend you go down in the description, book a one-on-one consultation with me. It's totally free. There's no obligation. I'm going to help review what you're doing in the gym with nutrition, training, all this different stuff. And I'll give you some suggestions, and if I feel like we're a good fit to work one-on-one and I can help you, I'll let you know and give you the option to do that. But if not, the worst that happens is you take some advice going your way, and you're better off pursuing things on your own. So I thank you guys for joining on this video. I hope this helped you to really see why you should not be chasing women and why you need to become the magnet yourself for attracting what you want. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day or night, depending on whenever you're watching this.